Hey everybody, I'm here in Carolinian, Canada today, and I'm looking for snake species actually, because this part of Ontario has some very unique snake species actually that some of which are not found anywhere else in the province, and it's also one of the best places to see some rare species like the Eastern Hognose snake and the smooth green snake. So I'm going to explore this unique environment today, and I hope that I might come across one. So enjoy the video. We'll see what we find. Some sundial lupin here. That's a rare plant, exclusive to Carolinian, Canada and this area. Very beautiful plant, just at the end of its blooming period. Most of the sundial lupin has gone to seed, as you can see here. Here's the seed pods, but that's the same plant. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Look at that amazing snake. This is the Eastern Hognose snake. This is my favorite snake species in the world. Look how beautiful that color is, and you see that little sharp little point on the nose there. When you listen to that hissing, that's the threat display, because this snake is all about presentation. This snake is all about presentation. It will hiss, it will flatten its head, as you can see, like a cobra, to try and scare away potential predators. And if that doesn't work, sometimes it'll also play dead. It'll roll over and it'll pretend to be dead. And it will do fake strikes like that. But it'll always have its mouth closed. It very, very rarely actually bites. It's a very, actually quite a docile snake. And this is a non-venomous species. It eats toads. It's a specialist with toads, and it has fangs in the back of its mouth that can help to deflate toads, because toads can sort of inflate themselves, and they can have a lot of, they can be tough to sort of puncture. The Eastern Hognose is a threatened species in Ontario, so I'm handling it very gently, and I'm just going to put it down here right by its hole. See? There it is, just sitting there. It will just sort of coil up, and it'll keep hissing, and once we walk away a little bit, it'll just go back in its hole there. See how it can contract and sort of inflate its whole body there. Now, the other cool thing about Eastern Hognose is that they have various color forms. The one we found was quite orange, but I've also seen them brown. I've also seen them fully black. They have lots of different color variations, and it's just another reason that makes them really, really adorable and fascinating little creatures. Well, not little creatures, big creatures. This is another uncommon plant here. This is called Herping, another Carolinian species. That's a blue-winged warbler calling there. Another one. Found another one, guys. Look. Look at this, guys. I found another one. This one's a lot more yellow than the last one. So this is another one here. And this one is just sort of, was on the ground here, just sort of sitting out in the open. But similar pattern, but less orange. See, this one's a bit smaller, and it's a bit more yellow than the last one. Okay, well, unfortunately, this second one here was a little bit more scared of me than the other one. So it's doing its, this one is playing dead. But don't worry, it's not hurt. It's not actually dead. It's just acting. And one of the funny things about these snakes is that when they're in this sort of play dead mode, if you flip them back over like that, they'll flip themselves back around and maintain the illusion of being dead. So it's totally fine. It'll be like this for a bit, and then I'll leave and it will just go back to normal. But yeah, you'll see. I flip it back over. No, I'm still dead. And you see it's even sticking its tongue out, and it's really trying its best to look dead there. But yeah, that's another Eastern Hognose. Amazing. Looks like it's from a deer. Pretty light. This is a gall of some kind. I want to cut that open later. I want to find out what that is. Here's a third hognose snake. Look, I was looking for smooth green snakes in this grass here, and this is what I came across. Look at that. Lovely. Just coiled up, sitting there. Look at that. Amazing. Wow. And this was definitely a third one, because it's in a completely different part of the area than the other two. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Just curled up there. I found it curled up like that. It hasn't moved very much from how I found it. Hissing a little bit. Alright, let's just leave that one, I think. I don't think I need to pick that one up. Another snake here, a little Decay's brown snake. Yeah. This is a common species. Pretty common in Ontario, southern Ontario. Very docile. Eats slugs and little worms. Non-venomous. And that's Decay's brown snake, Storaria decay. Nice. That's probably one of the more common snakes you'll find in Ontario. In southern Ontario, at least. What you got? I'll show you in a sec. Garter snake skin. This is a big one. See, you could just quite make out the stripe down the back. Tells me that was a garter snake. But yeah, just I don't know how recent that shed is, but it's a big one. Yeah, it's a big guy. Big girl. You're going to be wanting to look under rocks like this. Big flat rocks. These are really good spots for snakes to hide out. These are pretty common here under rocks. They like to hide. So they got that steel gray body, and they've got that nice ring around the neck, and they've got this beautiful orange color underneath. See? Got that beautiful orange color. Found him under this rock here, or her. And I think I'll let it go now. Here we go. I'll just let it go back under its rock there. Okay. Just found it under that rock over there. Just sitting there. It's pretty active, a bit aggressive. Got a couple of bites. I'll let him go in a minute. Just want to show you. This isn't fully grown, but it's got that nice checkerboard belly there. Looks like it shed recently. See that nice markings on the body and the head. There we go. Just tail. Turn around there. There's the head. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I'll just let it go here, and I can go back under the rock where I found it. There we go. Yep, there it is. Safe. I got it. There we go. All right, there we go. That's the smooth green snake. Another amazing species for Ontario. It's one of those things that you can't really believe almost exists here. It looks like some sort of tropical species. And it's called the smooth green snake, well, because it's green, but it also has these really smooth scales. If you were holding this, you'd notice it feels very smooth and sort of slippery almost. Now there's a relative of this species in the US called the rough green snake that has keeled scales, so it feels a lot rougher. But this is the smooth green snake, and that's the only kind we have here. They like to hide in dense clumps of grass, and they're very hard to see because they blend in with that grass, with that color, and they're very fast too.
What do they eat?
They eat little insects and slugs and worms. They're sort of omnivorous, but on that small level. They don't really eat anything much bigger than themselves.
What's the underside look like?
The underside is just this paler green to white there. I'll just put this down and you'll see how it just goes really quickly and blends into the grass here. It's right here. Just gone.
Green snake?
Yeah, it might go across the...
He's over here.
Oh, yeah.
There he is on the road.
Even smaller than the last one. It's a very small one. Right? See? Totally disappeared. Cool.